Welcome. Thanks so much for joining me for Yin Yoga. This will be a 30-minute practice that you can use any time of day to help deeply release stress and tension from your body and your mind and help you find ease for the rest of the day. If you'd like to join me in a seated position, you can sit on a cushion, or if you have a soft block, sitting up nice and tall. So you can find your foundation, your seat, and allow it to settle more deeply, rooting down in order to rise up through your upper body, through that central channel from root to crown, relaxing your shoulders and your jaw. And closing your eyes, going within yourself. And a deeper sense of how you're feeling today. And which, with each cycle of your breath, becoming more and more present. Let's take a slower, deeper breath in, sinking it further down into the body, receiving, and on the exhalation, releasing more fully, longer exhale. We'll try for 3 more cycles of breath. And slow, steady inhale. And a longer, more complete exhale. And feel your body open more fully, not just the front of your torso, but the back too as you inhale. And exhale. You could even breathe out through your mouth this last time for a deeply cleansing breath. We're going to tilt the head over to the left side, the left shoulder, and roll the head down towards the center of your chest. And slowly over to the other side. And then we'll roll the head again down towards the center. And over to that left side again, ear in line over your shoulder. We're going to hold it here. If you'd like to reach out with your right hand and bring your left hand around, you can. And then from this position, you can release your hand from your head. Drop your chin down towards that side of your chest. And roll to the center again. And over to the other side. Ear in line over your shoulder. We'll pause there for a few breaths. You can reach out through your left arm. And reach up and over with your right hand. We'll pause here for a few more breaths. And then we're going to release the hand from the head and lower the chin down towards that side of your chest. And come back to center. Chin down towards your chest. On the next breath in, lift your chin up. Open your chest, roll your shoulders back. On the exhale, lower your chin down towards your chest again. Do this for 2 more breaths. Moving very slowly and mindfully. And this time, as you inhale, come back to center. We'll open the shoulders a bit more, rolling through. Moving up on the inhale and down on the exhale. And then we'll rotate the shoulders in the opposite direction. Again, inhaling up, exhaling down. And coming back to center, releasing your shoulders. Let's bring the left hand down again and reach the right arm slowly up and over. Come over to the side on the exhale. Next breath in, slowly come back to center. And next breath out, release. We'll do that on the other side, breathing in to reach. Opening, lengthening your whole upper body there on that side. Come over on the exhale. And then slowly come back to center, releasing down. All right. So you've done a nice little warm up for the upper body. We're going to come into the butterfly pose now. If you do want to continue to sit on something, I'm just sitting on a little cushion, keeping the hips open and the pelvis aligned, bringing the soles of the feet together. And in this position to begin, we're going to also do a bit of a warm up. So we're going to circle. I'm going to go into a half circle coming forward. Just to loosen up the lower back now. And just slowly circle. Sway, do whatever feels right for you. You can come into a complete circle. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And this time we'll move in the opposite direction. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And then we'll come back to center. We're going to keep the left foot in this position. We're going to stretch out through the right leg. So you can slide that leg in. If you need any props at this point, you could slide something underneath this left knee. We are going to come into a forward bend, so you might want to have something. It's always nice to support the head, but you don't have to. Just finding alignment here and hips sinking down, centering your foot so your toes point up and the center of your heel connects down there. Let's breathe in and reach both arms. And breathe out and come forward. So just let your arms rest wherever they're comfortable. Again, if you want to do this with head support, you could bring, if you have a bolster underneath your head. If that feels a little high, you could try with some blocks too. You don't have to have head support. It just allows for a little bit more release. So you're not holding in your upper body. The beginning of every pose, find what works for you. And then once you find that spot, you can just think about resting here. Allowing gravity to pull you down. If you're not experiencing pain, just Try to resist the urge to fidget and wiggle and just let your body settle. You'll notice over time that your body starts to naturally release. It can take a little while. That's why in yin we hold longer and sometimes take up to 2 or 3 minutes. I stay here for 4 more cycles of breath. And the next time you inhale, let's slowly come up using the arms, walking back towards the legs and coming back to center. Bring the hands behind for a moment and open the chest, shoulders roll back, lift the chin. And before we come out, come and do the other side, we're gonna see if we can bend this knee. If that doesn't work, no worry, you don't have to come into that leg position. You can keep it out like this. But we're gonna have the front leg more parallel to the edge of the mat here. So the foot not as close in perhaps. And see if that feels okay to bend your knee. If not, again, just keep it extended out. And we're going to move into a twist. This is called the deer pose. My back lower leg is parallel to the other edge of my mat. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to twist towards the left side. And find your positioning, pause here. You can close your eyes and more deeply go in within your body and feel the pose. Connecting back to your breath. Anytime your mind wanders away from your present experience, we'll stay here for about 4 more cycles of breath. At the end of your next exhalation, slowly come back to center. And bring your legs out in front for a moment. We'll just do a few ankle rolls. And then we'll bring the opposite leg in. So that's my right leg coming in for the half butterfly pose. Okay, reaching the arms slowly up on the inhale. And the exhale coming forward. And just a reminder to keep this foot centered. Center of the heel is resting on the mat or the floor. Toes pointing up. And just soften through the leg. And if you'd like to use head support, if that feels too low at first, then just stay upright with your arms in a comfortable place. And connect with your breathing. Notice in your pose where you can release even more. It could be in your neck, your jaw, your shoulders. Try to just soften your foot on your left side. There's less muscular effort in these yin postures, less outer muscular effort, and that allows the opening, the stretch to go deeper into the body, more towards the center of your body, closer to the bones. This affects the ligaments, the connective tissue, the fascia. You might notice areas of your body releasing the longer and longer you hold. And sometimes taking a longer, deeper inhale and a longer exhale. And that'll help trigger a deeper release too. And stay here for 3 more breaths. Again, slowly coming out. You want to support your body, shifting with your arms, walking your hands back in and realigning. Bring our arms back and open through the front of the body, lifting the chest. Shoulders roll back. Coming back to center. And see if it feels all right to bend this left knee now, aligning the leg, the lower leg with the edge of your mat, and the front leg with the other edge of your mat. For this pose, it is good to put something underneath your hips, generally, just to let your hips both settle. And we'll lengthen out through the upper body, root to crown. And slowly twist towards that right side. And we're going to be here for about another 30 seconds or more. If you'd like, you can close your eyes and just tune inward. On the inhale, feeling the opening. And on the exhale, feeling the releasing. And then we're going to, on the next exhalation, slowly unwind from that twist, come back to center. We'll bring both legs out. I'm just going to switch my positioning on the mat here and bring the hands behind in a slow movement from side to side with both legs. And then just drop both legs to one side so that you can transition into a tabletop position. And again, it might feel good to loosen up, to warm up the hips, the lower back with some movement, some hip circling. Opposite direction. We'll come into the cat-cow a few times on the exhale. Lift your belly, arch your back. Inhaling to look forward. And continue flowing with your breath for 2 more breaths. This pose is wonderful to encourage healthy spinal movement and keeping your spine really flexible and mobile. And come back to center. And we're going to move into a bit of a lunge. So we're going to slide the hands in and come up into a kneeling position. If you want a bit of extra cushioning underneath your knees, this would be a good time to add something. I'm going to bring the right leg forward. Oh, I also might mention here that you might want some props for your hands. Okay. So if you have blocks, and we're going to come into the lunge, the lower lunge, and let the hips sink here. You might have your blocks like this when you first begin. Hold here for a little bit longer. Just keep following your breath. If you'd like to, you can also slide your right foot out just a little bit more to bring your right arm to the inside of that leg. And then we'll start to pull back. You can pull back lifting your toes, getting a nice stretch in your leg for a moment. And then we're gonna slowly bend that knee, bring it back, and do the lunge on the other side. So bring your other foot forward. We'll pause here. If you'd like, again, you can slide your foot out, bring your left arm to the inside. And then we're going to pull back with the hips and lift the front, lift the toes up. And then slowly release. We'll come back to center and just slide that leg back and widen out through your knees. And you can decide how much you want to widen. It can be quite wide apart or whatever feels right for you. We'll come down into child pose. And then you can do this with support underneath if you'd like. As you're breathing, just feel the breath move into your back more. And as you exhale, feel your back release. And on the next breath in, you plant through your elbows, slowly bring your head forward. And then slide back onto your hands and lift your knees and bring your knees back in. And we're going to come now onto the back. So if you'd like to make that transition here and slowly come down, resting on your back. And you can bring both knees in towards your chest. And lowering the left foot, crossing the right ankle over that thigh. You can gently press into your right knee for a moment. If you'd like to go deeper, sliding your hands behind your left knee, bringing those legs in towards your chest. And for reclined pitching. If you notice that your body gets more comfortable in this position, you can just deepen your edge just a bit more. Bring those legs in. And then slowly releasing your left foot down, right leg can straighten up for a moment, and then release it down. And bring your left knee in, and you can cross that over cross the ankle over your thigh. And gently press on that leg for a moment. And you can decide when you're ready to bring your hands behind your right leg, bring the legs in towards your chest. I'll stay here, slowly breathing for about 5 more cycles of breath. Again, if you notice your body releasing right before you let go, just find the next edge here, pull the legs in just a little bit more. And slowly release. Bring your right foot down, lift your left leg straight up. And slowly release your legs. You can straighten out or you can keep them bent, whatever feels best. And let your arms come out to the sides, palms facing up. Let your shoulders sink. Let your head sink heavily into the floor. Feel from the back of your head down your neck to the backs of your shoulders. Through your arms to your hands. Move back up your arms, back of your shoulders, down your back. Right to your hips. And right through your legs, down towards your feet. And just get a sense of how your whole body feels here. The stillness in your whole body. Activating deeper healing. And if you'd like, you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. And bring your hands, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And continuing to feel your body and the renewal. This relaxed state within yourself. And when you're ready, you could reach your arms over your head, coming into a full body stretch, pointing your toes. You might even reach both arms to one side of your mat, coming into a reclined side stretch. If you'd like, you can also slide your feet to that side of your mat, same side, to come into the banana pose just for a moment or two. And then we'll release the legs, come back to center, and reach slide both arms to the other side of your mat. And hold on to your hands there above your head. Slide your feet and cross your one foot over top of the other. And then bring your arms back to center, your legs back to center. And releasing that. Bring your arms down at your sides. You can slowly bend your knees. You can even bring them in if you'd like for a moment. And then slowly, on your own time, you can come up. But just maybe roll over onto your side. Stay there for a little bit. Don't let me rush you. You want to keep that relaxed ease in yourself. And thanks so much for joining me today. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again soon.